Hello, beautiful, abundant humans. My name is Rachel Minnie. I am the founder of Financial Fitness Unleashed, and I'm so excited to have you here today to share with you some goal setting tips. Now, for those of you who don't know me, I've been in the financial services industry for over 15 years, and I'm really excited to step into allowing people to identify their vision, their purpose, and align that with their wealth building potential. So this is for you if you are a career driven woman, but maybe you're bored and you're looking for a little bit more purpose. You're looking for your money to do a little bit more for you. Maybe you have a side hustle. Maybe you have an idea of a passion project or other things you could be doing with your life. And you really want to know how to create that for yourself from a purpose standpoint, but also making sure that you have the security financially that you have created but want to continue to create. This is also for you if you're an entrepreneur and you have big goals, big dreams, big passions, you're living those out, but you're really concerned about some of the time freedom that you're neglecting. And you want to make sure that your business runs for itself. You have the money piece figured out so that you can allow yourself the time freedom you want to do other things, to not be all in on your business all the time. So if this is you, welcome. I want to talk through some 2021 goal setting tips and tools that are going to assist you in really narrowing down the focus and the activity building that you get to have for your 2021 goals. So if you haven't sat down to establish those goals, go ahead and stop the video, take some time to really journal out, and the importance is actually writing them out and thinking through what you want your goals to be. And for those of you who have never really done any vision exercises or clarity exercises around goals, you want to think through not just the next year, but even 3 years, 5 years, 7, 10 years out. Think through what age you're going to be at those different points. Think through what you want your life to look like at those different points, because that will help really redefine what 1 year looks like when you take the big scope and start to narrow down and reverse engineer what you want those goals to look like. So let's use an example here. Let's say you want your goal of earning money in your business to be $100,000. Or the other example would be, let's say you make $100,000 currently, but you want to start a passion project or a side hustle, or you're in progress of that and you want that to also make money in addition to your salary. Either is fine. The important part is identifying what that is and the why. Why is that important to you? And really dig into this here, because it's going to set the stage for all the other moving pieces tactically. And when you have your why, and when you can identify it, be very specific. Why is this important to me? If I'm in my business and I want to create $100,000 and I've never done that before, what is it going to take to get me to do that I haven't done previously? Because this is all about transformation and change. We can't continue doing the same exact things over and over. We're going to get the same results. Now, I am not going to sit here and talk about all things mindset. That is something I do in my coaching with my clients, but I want you to recognize like where the self-talk is happening and what limiting beliefs are already in your creation and what you've established, and what you get to recreate from that. When we recreate what that self-talk is, maybe the self-talk is, well, I have enough, so, do I really need more? Scratch all of that. Because if your why is big enough, the answer is yes. We live in an abundant world. Financial abundance is all around us. So when are you going to decide to take action and have a big enough why to align yourself to receive that abundance? It's a very magical place to be once you get there. And once you start to tap into your why and the value system that you get to create and continue having momentum around, that's really where the magic happens and the opportunities start flowing in. So from a goal setting perspective, and specifically for this year, think about the time it's going to take you to get to some of these goals. So over an entire year, there's a lot of time you can spend putting into this. really start to identify the boundaries around this and what you want that to look like. Because when you set the boundaries, now you have all the pieces for the time freedom, the people freedom, and the money freedom. And those boundaries are important because if you're only focused on one of those things, then you're probably going to result in getting one of those things. We talked a lot about being specific in your goals. So the next step is really around clarity. Where do you get to be more clear with what this is going to do for you? So if your why is I get to create $100,000 in my business because that's going to allow me to have the time freedom to take vacations or spend more time with my family or whatever it gets to create for you, and you have now created that why for yourself, dig deeper, get more clear. Because the more clarity you can bring around why this is so important to you, the emotional connection you have to why it's important, the more likely it is that you're going to succeed at it, which is the exciting part, right? So get clear on what those specific goals are. And the next step in this is going to be identifying obstacles. So step 3 here is identifying whatever obstacles maybe have gotten in the way in the past. Maybe you could foresee these obstacles getting in the way. Anything that you can really flush out in advance is super helpful to your process when you get into the tactical nature of what you need to do every single day, every single week, every single month to get you to that 1 year goal. And what I'll finally leave you with here is the ability to break down that 1 year goal into 3 month stints. So why is this important? Because a lot of people will create these 1 year goals. They won't do a whole lot January, February, March. Maybe they'll do a little bit April, May. August, September starts come around, and now it's urgency. It gets frantic, and that's when people actually start working towards their goals. So instead of having that lapse of time occur, if you break that 1 year goal down into 3 month stints and 3 month goals with 3 month tactics around what those action items get to be with those goals, now you have a running machine of momentum where you can create urgency in a much shorter time frame for what the goal is for that smaller time frame. And let's say that maybe one of those 3 month stints out of the 4 you have in a year don't go so hot, but the other 3 go really freaking well. Awesome. Even better, because that's what's going to enable you to get closer and closer to that goal. And you'll be that much more aware of what is in the gap the next 3 month stint if you do have obstacles. Lastly, I'll leave you with this. It's a journey. It is an incredible journey that you get to allow yourself to have. You get to be present with what is in the way of getting you to those goals. If you need help and support and accountability, you can always reach out to me. You can find me on Instagram, FinFitU. That's where our Financial Fitness Unleashed program is and where you can get more details and more data. We will be presenting more of these videos along the way to help add value to that financial journey that you are creating. So feel free to reach out, comment below, subscribe to this channel so that you can get more clear on where your purpose and your wealth building potential gets to go. See you later.